Hey guys, good morning. It is the morning of the 27th of March. Hopefully soon it will be coming into April. The video you're about to see is just about 29 minutes of yesterday's Mary Kay Makeover. It wasn't just makeup, we did everything. But you didn't get to see all the moisturizer. First, I washed my face. And then I put a primer on, it's a lot. There's a lot of product on my face yesterday, but I could visibly tell that my skin looked so much better just by using the primer, the moisturizer, the facial soap, everything else she put on my face. It just made my face look very fresh and dewy, and I just felt so nice. This is the looks of the morning after. And I did not wash my face off last night, which I should have. So, I didn't buy anything. I really didn't have any money yesterday, but I did get a couple free gifts. And she's coming back at some point when I have some money, and she's going to send me a catalog. And so, yeah. I did ask her about the highlight and the contour. She said, being that it's our first session, she's not going to go into that today. Sorry. But hopefully we'll get to that in the future. So, yay, I'm excited. It's just 29 minutes of her doing my makeup, of her talking about Mary Kay products. You want to watch the whole thing, you can. If you want to watch just 10 minutes, you can. But I'm going to talk about some stuff at the end. So stay tuned to the end to see what a couple of products I got gifted and extra information. So yay. And like I said, it's 30 minutes. So if you don't want to watch the whole thing, I understand it. But watch more towards the end for the full look. Love y'all. Talk to you soon. Enjoy.
What I'll do is I'll let you hold the mirror so when you go to do your eye. So we're going to start with the lightest color, and this is called the highlighter. And the highlighter's purpose is really as if you were highlighting a phrase on a page, you want it to stand out. Okay. So this is just a little lighten and brighten up on the top of your eye. And if you look, I'll just follow underneath your brow, the brow bone, and it's just a soft kiss of light. And then I work it down to the crease. So the top half, or the dome of your eye, is what we highlight. Okay, just a little more. And it's a soft pinky, and just a little kiss of color. See, just subtle.
I do.
Okay, and we may go in and fill in your eyebrows a little bit with a pencil, just to kind of give some more depth. Okay,
yes.
No worries. So why don't you take the applicator and do the other side. So this way you can mirror what I did. And so half of that. Yep. Isn't that funny? It's like a scratch and sniff. You just push a little harder and it'll take the product with you. Isn't that funny? Yeah. All right, excellent. And if you need more, I have more. Okay. So the highlighter just kind of makes your eyes look more open, more alert. Gives it a little lift.
See, now when I'm putting it on, I can definitely tell the difference.
Okay, if you want a little bit more product, you can come back into the pink.
See, how much do you go up? Do you just do a little bit, or do you go all the way up?
I literally follow like a rainbow my brow, and then just work my way down to the crease. And everybody's eye socket's a little bit different with shape. Some people have bigger domes, some people have smaller domes, some people have large eyelids, some have less eyelids. And fuzzy, sorry.
Yeah,
and quite often, like Asian people, the way their eye sockets are, they only have one full lid. It's like a shade.
Yeah.
So it's interesting. You got to accommodate based on your bone structure.
I think that's good.
Yeah, just soft and supple, right? All right. So second color for you with your eye tones, we're going to go across the color chart. Usually blues and greens are across from oranges, so we're doing a brownish copper. Yeah. That's going to be a contrast. It's going to create some pop, and your natural eye color is going to be a little bit more vivid. So I just take a little bit of the lid color, and I tend to start down by the lashes and then feather it up towards your crease. Okay. So I'm just going to start down low, and the reason I do that is the product's going to stick really well because we did all the skincare and hydrated your skin, so it sticks really well. And then we'll just kind of feather it up to the crease. And we can even go, because you have small lids, go a little bit above the crease, just gently. And honestly, product spreads better with a brush, or you can use your ring finger and gently move it. But the sponge tip applicator deposits your color. So it's just giving you, you know, depositing it, and then if you ever wanted to, you could just take your ring finger and gently tap, tap, tap and move it. But that's the difference. Okay.
Wow.
So you see one eye with, one eye without. You're already seeing a contrast between your eyeball, the color of your eye, and also the dome versus the
I
hood.
think it's interesting because most people do light and then darker and then darkest.
Yeah,
but
there's a lot of different choices, but this is actually Louis Casca taught us this at our workshop, so it was pretty
I
cool.
like that.
So I'm just going to go in and even it out a little bit. Now when you closed it, I noticed I missed a spot, so I'm going to just even it out for you. And one of the things I found too, Karen, with the mineral powder is you can do 1 coat, 2 coats, or 3 coats. The more you apply, the deeper your hue is, so you actually get a wider palette than you think just from 1 color of mineral powder. So go ahead and look now, see?
It's very pretty. I love that.
Good. And if you wanted deeper or more of it, we could always do more, but again, we're just doing a little demo. So go ahead and do the other side, and if you need help, let me know.
Okay. This is the second one.
Number 2, yep. It's just for me, it makes it easier to do it in number order. Excellent. And start closest to your lashes, yep, and just feather it upward. If you need to, you can always just, again, gently tap with, or pat with your ring finger and move it. We do have a really nice brush set, so you can have different tools, you know, different tools make a difference.
I definitely need new brushes.
This is kind of like in the kitchen, right? If you have sharp knives and the right tool for the job, it goes quicker, makes
Yes, it does.
the result you want.
Do I feather up more, or is that too much?
Oh, no, probably you can end at the end of your eye, and then I'll show you a little trick. I use my foundation brush as an eraser or a corrector. So
I do the same
So I come in
thing.
here and I just softly, like if I go too far, oh, sorry, I didn't mean to
Yeah.
poke you, friend.
You're good.
It removes the product because it's moist and it's
I
your
do the same
phone.
thing.
So see, you're so smart. Isn't that cool?
Love it.
Excellent. So I'm going to go ahead and do your eyebrows now just because I want to be able to know where our boundaries are.
Yes.
And there's a couple little tips you can do for brows.
I'll put my
So-
glasses on for a second.
Sure, friend. So I'm going to show you a tip using powder as an option. Because your face is already moisturized, because we did primer, powder eyeshadow will actually stick to your brows as well. So you can use it as a quick fill.
Okay.
So I turn my applicator sideways and go into the
Yes.
brown, and I make sure it's not one of my frosted colors. I make sure it's matte because I don't want
Yes.
sparklies in my eyebrows, but I guess if you want to be playful, you could. So I'm going to literally, if you could just look up for a minute, and I'll walk you through it. So I'm going to just follow where I already see your soft natural hair and come up. We did do a workshop on this. I'm not an expert on this, I'll be honest, but I do love the effect of with brows because it creates like a barricade. It gives dimension. It's kind of like the trim on your windowsill or your door jamb. It tells you where it starts and stops, right?
Yeah.
So you kind of are lining up the bone, and then I'm going to go down the hill and just fill in. I'm purposely doing a little at a time because it's easier to add than to take off.
Yes, it is.
And then if I wanted to, I could always use that foundation brush to erase anything I don't want. It tends to be at the peak, you do a little bit more, so we're going to do that. You might be surprised if you haven't seen yourself with brows in a while, how nice it frames your face. And it forces the looker, the observer, to look down at your eyes. And we mostly engage people at the eyes, so that's why we kind of spend so much time adding drama and fun to the eyes and the lips, because they're the colorful areas. See the difference?
That's very nice.
Left eye, right eye, with the brow, without a brow?
No, I've started to use the eye pencil,
Sure.
but it can still, the way you're doing it here, because I used to just like,
No, that's okay.
it was terrible.
No, that's okay.
Like
If
some
you
of
look
my
at it,
pictures.
it kind of is like a line this way and a line this way. You're just following your bone. Really, you could feel your eye socket there, right? But just the way
I
it
like that
defines
it's
the
just a
shape.
little bit, and it's not like the whole,
It doesn't look like somebody painted one on you, right?
yes,
So it's good.
like
It's
those
fine.
old little thin,
Yeah, and some people are brave. They tattoo their eyebrows, and to me that scares me. Number one, because I can't imagine needles coming in my face on my skull.
like
And
the
then-
microblading.
Yeah, I'm not that brave. But some people it really works, and other people I'm like, try again.
Yeah, I
It's
saw
just a
that.
personal thing.
Quite a few people on YouTube have done that.
Oh, really? Yeah, definitely braver than me, friend. But I guess whatever makes you happy, really. I'm not here to judge people. They just get to do what makes them happy. When you look in the mirror, if it brings you joy, so be it.
So this is the major palette, like most.
This
things?
one is the one that we recommend for green hazel. It's just a a suggestion, and then at the follow-up we can always do a little bit more color options, but these tend to be complementary with the green hazel eyes. And we do have defining eyebrow pencils. They're really small, soft tips, so that you can just really shape and create the volume you want with your brows. We also have something called brow tint, which is almost like a mascara brush, but really tiny, and it leaves the product on. So it's really a nice.
I love your necklace.
Oh, thank you. That's one of my gifts from Mary Kay for doing my business. Yeah. This year our theme is key to success. So you're the key to your success. So every month when you reach a milestone, you get a free gift. So
That's awesome.
just wanted to look even, friends. So just give me one more moment. One more time. So your hair actually still comes here. It's just very fair, so you don't really see it, but otherwise it's there, friend. Okay. So I'm just going to come in with the foundation brush and like soften that a little bit. So good. Look at you, friend. Woohoo!
I know it.
All right. Gonna have to go on a date now, just saying. I get blamed for that a lot. Husbands come home and go, oh, now I gotta bring her out for, you know, appetizers and a drink. So we're gonna use this third color for accent in the corner. And remember how you talked about that wing? This is almost like creating a wing without using eyeliner to do it. It creates lift and little flirt in the corner. And so I'll show you what I learned. So we're gonna connect the corner of your eye to the corner of your brow. So that's why I wanted to define where I wanted your brow to be. And now I'm not leaving it that muddy, but I just wanted you to see how I created a boundary. So you're going to connect that corner to the middle of your eyeball, okay? I didn't finish it yet. Again, I'm leaving it very dark. We're not going to leave it that dark. So I'm literally like the center of your eyeball to the corner, depending on which way you want to flow, left to right or right to left. And it sometimes depends on which hand you're using. And then you're going to just fill in this little wedge. And what that does is it lifts and elevates the corner, makes it look more open and alert, and it also creates a little sassy, like a wink in the corner. Definitely stuck too much, but we're going to bring it down. Okay, you can just see the difference, one with, one without, and you'll be surprised. If you have to, you can always go back into your foundation to even more soften the color, but I just am kind of manipulating what we have. Okay. Too much, too little. You want to adjust it. I can put more color back on if you want. Or do you like what's there?
I'm not sure.
Different, right?
That is different.
This color also could be a trade out. You could use it for your eyelid too. So depending on what you're wearing, or the season, or the mood you're in, you can kind of switch out your colors too. Too much for you? I could take it down a little bit.
It is a little too
Okay,
much.
look up at me, friend. So I'm literally just going to correct it by mostly erasing it, and then I can go back in with a little bit more of the soft pink.
Okay.
Okay. And this way it kind of neutralizes it. So here we go. And we just want that highlighter to be more pronounced. And now that we have your brow to compare it to, it will stand out more too. Okay. Better?
Yes.
Okay, good. Do you want to do the other side, or do you want me to balance it out front?
I'll try it.
Okay, sure. So you're connecting the corner of your eye to the corner of your brow.
So it's
That's
like
step one.
right here,
You're
right?
basically connecting the dots. So aim for the corner of your brow there.
Like right here, right?
Sorry, the corner of your lash to the corner of the brow.
Like right here.
I think so. It's just a little dimensional, hard to see from here.
Like right there.
Yeah, I think so. Okay, oops, it's a little further out than I thought. Again, from here it looks different, so let's soften that maybe. So see if you can get right into the corner of where your eye crease is, like right in that, almost as if you put your fingernail in the crease, and then go to the corner, up towards the brow. There you go. It's different, right? You're not used to doing it. So that's your barrier. And then you're going to draw a line from the corner of your brow to the middle of your eyeball, as if you're going right to the center.
Do you do this down or does it?
So if you look at me where I place my finger, like right in the middle.
Does it matter which way you're coming from?
No,
or-
left, right, left, whichever you prefer.
Like right here?
Yeah. And you may want to turn your brush more sideways because you don't need to use the point. You want to use the flat. Like you want to use the bulbous part of it.
Okay, so moving this side.
You're just going to sweep. You're so cute. May I assist just to give you more comfort? So you weren't doing anything wrong, but it'll probably be easier to see. So right in the middle of your eyeball to the corner.
Okay.
So remember how I brought it up really obvious that you were doing it, and then we'll bring it down again. That's all. So it's just that little corner lift. It's just a subtle little trick that you can use to make your eyes look more alert and lifted. Okay. And again, that one's darker. I'm going to bring it down to match the other side, but at least it gives you a sense of choices. If you're maybe going out to a pub or at a wedding, you might do a little bit more dramatic earlier, you know, and then it'll last you longer.
Okay.
Or you can just do more soft and subtle for an everyday look.
Now, I'm glad I'm doing the video not just for people to see it, but for me to see it later on.
Yeah, that's good.
So I can do like a little tutorial for myself.
Perfect. That's mostly why I have people apply the product themselves, because I can't show up every day to help you.
Yes.
So you have to learn how to do it. So that's good.
Good.
Now, are you an eyeliner kind of gal? Do you like to do eyeliner? Or do you want to skip that and just do mascara? You get to choose. There's no right or wrong.
Lately I've been doing eyeliner just the bottom.
Okay, do you do the water well or do you do underneath?
I don't know what that is.
Oh, so do you go in the wet area or do you go underneath just on your actual flesh?
If I can do above my lashes,
You do?
if I can.
Oh, okay.
I'd like
Gotcha.
to do that, but my skin, like I said, the skin is dry and then it
Okay.
tends to pull and it gets smudgy.
Gotcha. So I'm going to skip that today. Only reason being is when you go into that wet area, you got to be really careful. You don't want to get any product in your tear duct.
Yes.
You got to be really, really careful because you don't want to cause bacteria or infection to get in your eye and cause a sty or an infection, right? So I tend to do underneath. So if you want, you could do it underneath, under the lashes on your actual skin, or we could just do mascara. Which would you prefer for
Now,
today?
do you have the wet, or do you have like a crayon, or what's your?
So we have a pencil, so I'll show you on my hand first, and then you can decide how you want to apply. All right, so here's your options. And are you more of a brown or a black typically?
More of a brown.
Okay. So that kind of gives us some decisions to make. I will show you. So the liquid, I just do it on my hand, and hopefully our friends can see. It's a pencil and it's retractable, and it's very super creamy. So you can just literally
I love that.
draw a line, and then it's wet when you start. It'll kind of smudge. If you mess up, you can adjust it with a Q-tip, which I really appreciate. It's not like permanent yet,
Yes.
but give it a few moments, it'll dry, and then it won't go anywhere. So it's like a stay put formula.
Okay.
And then it's retractable, and then it has a little cap that comes off, and then you can sharpen the tip. Okay,
Oh,
so you can
that's
keep your
cute.
tip kind of high. So this is so buttery, I find that you can get it very close to your lashes and not really have to go in the wet well. So you can try that one. Or we have what we call like a marker, and it's kind of a felt tip, although this one only currently comes in black. And again, you just literally drag it, and the heavier you push, the bigger your line. Okay, so this, a lot of the young ladies like to do their wing with, you know, the felt tip, because you can control it more. So would you like to play with either of those?
I like the soft brown.
Okay, all right. And so what I'm going to do, friend, is I'm going to let you do you, because I don't want to accidentally poke you, and that's not my game.
Okay.
And while you're doing that, I'll put this away. And take your time. Yeah, and little teeny even strokes tend to work well, because then you don't get like little divots.
That's definitely a good tip.
Oh, and I like the way that the formula is soft, because then you're not like sagging and dragging and pulling on your eyes. So you don't want to overstimulate that area.
Okay, so I'm having an issue right here. Like about 3/4 of the way through, my eyes are a little, they kind of drag.
So you just want to stay really, really close to the eyelashes as most as you can, and then that's going to keep it in line with what everybody else is going to see. You know what I mean? Like you're basically outlining or tracing your natural structure. If you leave a gap, it's going to be more obvious. Does that make sense?
Yes.
Gotcha. That's just my opinion. It's not like the law. So I notice when I roam too far away from my natural lashes, it's obvious that I added depth with my line.
So did I do a great job or a terrible job?
Let me see, friend. Oh, I think you did a good job. And then the mascara kind of hides anything, but you did really good. Did you do both eyes, though? I think you only did. I thought you did. Okay. I was like, uh-oh.
The other one's really soft.
No, and I like the brown on you. It goes good with your hair tone and your skin.
Thank you. Do you ever go back this way?
I think that's a personal choice, truth be told. It's whatever works for you with your vision and your depth.
Because once I go this way, the skin kinds to...
It puckers. Yeah.
It does.
Yeah, I
and
know
then
what
it kind
you're
of catches. And
Yeah, yeah. The idea is not to pull and tug too much on the area around the eyes because you don't want to accelerate the breakdown of the collagen, and it's softer tissue. So as long as you're going slow and steady, I think you could probably be okay. And you might find value in the magnifying glass mirror, like the mirror that magnifies the image, especially because you're taking your glasses on and off. I find it's frustrating because you can't see. So the magnifying mirror usually is also a good tool for anybody doing close-up work.
I think it's a little blotchy.
Just because you put different pressure as you were doing it maybe, but it doesn't look bad, friend.
Okay.
Yeah, no, I think it's actually fine. You'll see,
Good.
it'll balance it out, and I'll clean that off in a minute. So I just wanted to show you that this is it got wet. This is the eyeliner. It's not, oh, I guess because it got wet, it is moving a little bit, but you can see the tip of the heart isn't really moving. That means it's going to stay put. But then if you take the makeup remover, look how lickety-split, it takes that off.
Yes,
So
it
your
does.
eye product, whether it be waterproof or regular, is going to come off really easy
Awesome.
without aggression. So that's good. So let's do some mascara. Our Ultimate Mascara is our #1 seller. And with mascara, we do recommend you want to replace it every 3 to 4 months, depending on how often you're using it. The idea is that your lashes capture the dirt and grime in the air, and then if you put that dirt and grime back in your tube, it could cause bacteria. So you want to replace your, just like your toothbrush, you want to replace your mascara often. So another thing is we don't recommend plunging your wand in to get your mascara because it creates air pockets and it'll dry out your product quicker, as well as you don't want to leave space for the germs to grow. So you just want to consume from the top of your bottle in a twisting manner and just work your way down and consume the product.
Okay.
Does that make sense?
Yes.
Okay. Then
Like
we
a
do-
corkscrew.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, work from your top down little by little, and eventually you'll consume everything in your tube anyway. And if your product starts to clump and whatnot, that's usually a good sign it's drying out. You might want to replace it. So,
Okay.
and this is the Ultimate Mascara. We also have Lash Intensifying, which is neat. It has 2 different length brushes to kind of accentuate and tease your lashes. We also have waterproof and some other options. So we do the basics today. We can always do more detailed
I
later.
have tried the curling wand thing,
Oh,
and I
okay.
found that has never worked for me.
Oh, okay.
I think my eyelashes pretty much, for the most part, just kind of stick out.
Everybody's different. I guess it's probably similar to our hair, right? You would think everybody's a little different. I like this. This formula lifts and separates and defines the lashes pretty nicely without a lot of work. So you can kind of
I like
twist
to
and
go all the
twirl.
way down,
Yep.
and I tend to just twist it up.
Yeah, and that gives it a little bit of a lift. Yeah,
Oh, see the little.
it's okay. You actually do have long lashes. They're just light hair, so you know.
They are.
Yeah.
That's nice.
Mm.
Now, do you do the bottoms, or?
I do. If you have enough that you can grab and you're okay doing it, I would do it. I just feel like it's outlining everything. Again, if we can engage people at eye level, that's good. So it kind of creates that attention inward. And if you got it, flaunt it.
I'm just going to do a little bit.
That's fine, yeah. Just bounce yourself out left and right, that's all.
Kind of clumped a little bit on the other side, but.
Gotcha. I can get a Q-tip for that and we can take it
Oh,
off.
I majorly clumped the second time.
Okay, friend, let's get that.
There we go.
So another little trick, once you get the excess off, the actual hair strands, you can come back in with that foundation brush again and kind of take care of any smudges. The other thing is you can come back in with that under eye corrector, that peach color, and it kind of hides any muffs.
Okay.
So just close your eyes a minute. Okay, open again. Just don't want to, abuse the area too much. Just going gentle under your eyes. There we go. Okay, is that better?
Much.
Okay, and if I need to, I can put some peach color on the end of the Q-tip if you're finding it's still not resolved. So little tips, little tricks. The other thing is when you wear glasses, you know, even if we had left the corners of your eyes a little bit bolder, It might have been okay with your glasses on because your glasses kind of hide some of it. So
It does.
you might find you want to play with it a little bit to see what depth of color you want based on once you put your glasses on, it kind of camouflages and hides it. So it's not good or bad, it's just you have choices.
I might need a little bit more.
Okay, sure. Yeah.
I don't feel like I'm getting the corner as much as I did the other one.
That's okay. It's possible I didn't fill the one completely either. And it's a demo one, so it's not like you're
Like a
taking it
full.
right out of the tube. Yeah, exactly. So I just have to grab another one, and we'll go from there.
I'm hamming it up for the camera.
I know. You might as well enjoy what you're doing, Ken. I just wanted to get a new one, so give me a second.
That lip balm stuff is still nice and moist on my lips. Usually my lips would be dry by now.
Really? Yeah. Well, you got rid of the dead, dull skin, and then your ruby color shows through because the blood flow is kind of showing. And then, in all honesty, that shea butter is a hydrator, and your balm is a protector. So, there you go.
Thank you.
You're welcome. So it's my new.
There we go.
Coating it better.
Oh yeah. I think that's good.
Yeah, very nice.
Thank you.
You're welcome. All right, now so blush, we'll do, I'm just using a cotton ball because it's disposable, but honestly you would probably use a brush. And a little rule of thumb, did I drop something?
Yes.
No worries, I'll get it. Is you put a fingertip or two alongside your nose, and that's like the dead zone. You don't want to put product there.
Okay.
Okay, it's just, otherwise your face looks short and stout. So,
Do you still put blush on somebody who has rosacea?
I'm going to show you a little bit because I just want to show you how it elevates the cheek. So I'll do
Okay.
this cheek in particular if that's okay, because I know
Yeah.
this side is a little redder for you. So again, you wouldn't ever really want to go closer than the 1 or 2 fingertips, and then I tend to go 1, 2, 3 dots right up the bone. You see how it's above your cheek rather than under? You have beautiful chisel here,
Thank
so
you.
that's definition. So I'm just going to create some height up here, and I apply 1, 2, 3 dots, and then I tend to go upward to highlight where I want the color and lift to be.
Upper into the hairline.
Yep. And then I take the back side of the cotton ball and take the extra off and go down. What that does is it removes excess product, and it also lays the hair follicles flat so it doesn't look contrasting. So you see how it's just a little high kiss? Okay. Now our
love
actual
that.
blush brush is already chiseled and wedged, so literally you just go and it's done. You don't even have to do
Okay.
hard work. This is again disposable and quick demo. So again, this redness will go away over time as we hydrate and clean your skin.
Good.
Not good or bad, just you'll neutralize that a little bit. Hopefully, right? That's the intention. But again, I'm going to come higher. I'm not going to actually engage that area. I'm just going to work up here where I want to do the lift. And you kind of go upward, and then again go where I have no product and go down. And if you find it sticks, it's because your face is super hydrated and clean, so it sticks. And then if you want, you can always take that foundation brush and just kind of soften and neutralize it if it sticks too much. Okay? So just giving you height.
I love it.
Good. Yeah, it slenderizes your face. It brings everybody engaged
Yes, it
upward
does.
again. Your lips are already ruby. We're going to add a little color. Are you okay with that? We'll still do some lip color?
Oh yeah.
Okay, good.
I'm all for it. I love doing my lips.
Awesome. So I see you have a paper towel here. Would you mind like using a piece of it and just kind of go on, because the lip
Oh,
balm
yeah.
is very, very slippery. So normally what I do is I'll treat my lips and not put my lipstick on until I've, go to the car or go to leave for the day, because it's super moist, which is good, but you got to give it a little time to absorb inward. Okay. So we're going to do some lip liner, and lip liner serves 2 purposes. One is it creates a boundary, like a fence, so your lipstick doesn't disappear into the pleats of the skin around
Yes.
your lips, and it also creates shape and volume. So typically I just trace the natural pink color that I already have, and some people choose to trace just slightly outside to make their lips look bigger.
I usually do that.
Yeah, and that's fine. And this is, this is just a blush color I picked for you. It's very creamy, again, like that eyeliner was. And I tend to do the V first. I kind of do the peaks. And then I go down the hill,
And then
the bottom I cheat and I do a little line in the middle and I go up the hill, up the hill. But that's just me. I feel like I have better control of it. That's the
Yeah.
only reason I do that. But let's see what you do. I'd love to see. again, it's retractable, sharpenable, and it's that creamy formula. And then some people choose to fill in their whole lip with the color, so it like mats out the whole lip surface. It's optional. And then you can put your lipstick over or fill it in. Looking good. Even the color shirt you're wearing is working with the colors we picked.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's kind of cool.
Mind if I fill it in?
Absolutely, use it. So no, I don't mind. Yes, it's like a double layer when you do the
Yeah.
liner all over. Then this way, when you take a drink of your water, you're less likely to transfer all your color. I should have done a before and after now that I think of it. That's so funny. But we can do an after.
Well, oh yeah.
Nah, it's okay. It's perfect. Because tonight when you take your makeup off, you can do it after. Or you can do a morning one. And you'll be able to compare the two.
Here, I should have been putting my glasses on the whole entire time.
I didn't think of that.
Oh yeah, I'm using a little bit of color.
And we have like coral and red and nude colors and mix and match, you know, berries. You can either do matchy match or...
All right, so there's the video. I know that a lot of it is just makeup, but I did a whole lot of moisturizing, a whole lot of like a good 8 to 10 products on my face, even before we started with any kind of makeup. And heading into this, I'm like, I'm going to get my free makeover, I'm going to get my free gift, and then she's going to go, and I'm going to be happy, and that's it. I wanted nothing else. I didn't want to get taken over by the spiel, by the salesmanship. You know, I'm thinking I'm good. I'm not going to get taken over. And what took me over was not talking about it and hearing about the products, but feeling the product on my face and how my face literally perked up after having the product on my face. It literally just looked sun-kissed and dewy and fresh, and all that dry skin had just kind of gone away, especially after using the Time-Wise Basic Skincare set, which is, she left this with me, which I'm so grateful for, right here. This is Time-Wise right here. And that whole set right there. Now it says 186. I don't think it's that much. I think it's a little bit less. But I love that. And then there was like this lip exfoliating scrub for lip, and then this lip balm. I put that lip balm on, and it stayed for a long time. And usually if I put in chapstick, within 10 minutes, my lips are dry again. And that lip balm stuff was just so, I loved everything she put on me, and I put on myself. And the biggest thing about when you do a makeover, if you're going to do a Mary Kay makeover, do half of it for yourself. You know, she didn't put the stuff on my face. She said, you know, I'm going to put a little bit on your finger, and then you dab it all over your face and do all this. And with doing that, I've never really liked Mary Kay because I heard it was so expensive, but I'm understanding now why it's so expensive. I have the product on my face yesterday, and it's not just because she told me so, but it felt rich. It felt luxurious. It felt like my skin had been waiting for this my whole life. I'm not being dramatic. I really felt that way. And I will buy these things at some point. I just have to save up some money. But I just, now for me, I loved the makeup, but there is a pocket or color palette here, and that's quite expensive. I probably won't get that, but the hand exfoliating and lotion, and the lips exfoliating and lotion, that just went wonders. I also, sorry, I just got something stuck on my nose. I loved the lip liner and the lip gloss, and that was, I also very much like the mascara, and usually I'm not one for mascara, but she did say that it was their #1 bestseller, and after I put it on, I realized why. It didn't come out in clumps. It came out like if you twist it, kind of like a corkscrew, going in and coming out of it, it doesn't come out with all those clumps. And sometimes, not just to get the makeover, but to learn how to use these products, learn how to use products right, because sometimes we go in life and somebody teaches us something and that could be the wrong way. So we need somebody to teach us how to do the right things, the right way of putting on, you know. She said with most stuff, if you go like this, you're bringing your skin down, but if you go like this, you're bringing it up and out. And that you should also do that right here. And instead of people wipe their tears this way, you should actually wipe them like that, because if you're going to get the excess skin right here. So I loved it. Okay, and then this thing here is genius. I love this. In here you have 3 eyeshadows right here, going from light to dark. You have your blush, and you have a sample of lipstick in here. And right here on the side, it shows you how to do things. Now, what I always thought was that you put the lightest makeup on your lid, and then heavier in your crease, and then the heaviest on the top. And that is wrong. I mean, it's right for some people, but what I liked is she put the highlight on up here. And then she put the darker on the lid, and then the darkest on the outside, like right there. That was ingenious, because usually especially if you wear brown eyeshadow, which I like to wear a lot, and then you need to color your eyebrows, like I do. The brown eyeshadow and the brows tend to kind of blend together. And then this is just a sample of the lipstick, which I love. And this is called Tuscan Rose. And I love the fact that there's still more in there. And there's more blush. And she did put blush on me. And I'm like, I can't believe it. I'm like, you're putting blush on the eyebrows, Lisa. And because usually when you have rosacea, you're trying to calm everything, the pink and the reds down. But she did put a little bit of blush, just like 3 little, kind of right from right here to here. A little bit lower, like right above this line. Right here. And then she kind of blended it a little bit and smoothed it out, which extended the highlight on my face. And I couldn't believe that I actually liked the pink blush, which is this, on my face. And it didn't make me more pinky, it extended everything. It made me look so much better. So I love that. I love the sample. And here are a couple gifts that I got. And what I love about the time-wise is that you can have anybody tell you something, but if you actually put it on your face for yourself, and you actually use it for yourself, and you realize a difference between visibly when your face is dry and when it's not, and when it looks kind of haggard and older, because when you have dry skin, it kind of pulls you down. And then after I put all the products on there, all the moisturizer and everything, the primer, all that, it just made my skin feel like it was just lifted up. So this is what one gift that I got, and I love this brush. It is so completely very soft. It is I think it's very expensive. And every time I say that, I go back to Pretty Woman. And it's not like Real Techniques. This is just really, really, really soft bristles, smooth. It's just gorgeous. It just feels wonderful on my skin. It's so beautiful. So I got that. And then the next thing I have to completely rave about, because I have tried concealers and correctors for years and years and years and years and years and years. Okay, I might want to take off 1 or 2 of those years, but I'm not that old. But she put this on my face, or I put it on me. She put a little dabble on my finger, and I just kind of went here. Like I said, also when you're doing things on your moisturizing, instead of you have to just go up and out like that. And what I love with this is the peach color. And if you're a peachy skin tone, and they do have makeup and everything for ladies that are ethnic as well. So it's not just a white ladies club, it's in everybody's club. So 8, letter F as in Fred, 07 is this little number. And I have tried so many concealers, so many correctors, and I would have like a little bit, it would start to like dry and flake and peel. You had those right before, or you would get it and it like looked like it was barely on there. I put this all over, like from the tear duct in, all the way up on my eyelid, all the way underneath and around, and just use the brush to blend it a little bit. Honey, let me tell you, this is the best thing I've ever bought. I'm going to be buying this every few months for years and years and years to come. That's how much I love this. I have never found anything that covered my eyes and matched the complexion so well. And this is Under Eye Corrector Illuminator. So from Mary Kay, and this is just gorgeous. Gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous. And they have a color for each and every single person. They don't just have light, they have everything. But I also sent her a picture of what I looked like when she was coming here, so she could kind of match more everything, so she didn't have to bring her whole suitcase and all that stuff. I will do a tutorial in a few days. I still have makeup left on from yesterday. That's why I'm kind of looking a little bit good. But this is my saving grace. I never, ever, in my whole entire life of my 42 years of doing makeup since I was a teen, had a concealer or a corrector do this well of a job. It's perfect. And I'm telling you, if you don't get it, you are cheating yourself. Honest to goodness. So this is a very long video. I know that. And I'm just so excited. As soon as she put this on, as soon as I put this on myself and everything, I smoothed everything away. This is it. This is my free gift. I knew it. And I could have got like, you know, some other stuff and moisturizer and all this other stuff. Nope. That was it. So, I wish that y'all would live near me, because I would send her to each and every one of you to get your makeup done. And not just the makeup and not just the free gift, but once you feel the whole line of Time-Wise on your face, and you feel how your face literally perks up because it's just being pampered and taken care of, you will want to definitely buy that. So if I were you, I would reach out to Mary Kay and say, you know, you heard a review that somebody in New York had a New Jersey consultant and that she raved about it, and you really, really would love a consultant to come to your house. Just because you don't live in my state or near me doesn't mean you can't get a makeover. You can't get a makeover by Maria, the lady that did my makeup and helped me out, but you can contact Mary Kay and say, I saw a lady on YouTube and she's talking about it, and she's talking how great it was, and I really want to experience your product. And of course, you're going to have to sit there and listen to a few things, but it was completely wonderful, and I felt pampered, and I felt just like, I don't know, I felt really, really good about it. I know this is a very long video. I'm sorry, but I love y'all. I'll be doing a tutorial about this little baby in a few days, and I'll talk to you soon. Thank you so much for watching. And if you want to just do the beginning and do like 10 minutes in the middle and then do the end, that's fine, as long as you see the end. And I'll post some pictures right after this, so please stay tuned.